Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is so good to see you. I hope that you are doing well. Man, what a day it has been, what an evening it was, and what a day it is going to be. No matter where you're at, I'm glad that you guys are here. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hello. Hello, Cynthia. How are you doing this morning? Captain Kern. Good morning. Morning. I'm glad you're getting a little bit of rest there, brother. Yeah, it's rough for you, man. I understand. Lexi, happy new day. Good to see you, Lexi. I'm so glad you could make it. Melanie Beeman, good morning. Good morning, everybody. And Ingrid, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Wow. It's so crazy. It has been one of those really interesting mornings. Like, I saw this one thing this morning that I thought you guys would find pretty interesting, and it's because I'm a little weird like that. I find these things funny is all get out. Let's go ahead and share this for you. There we go. What do you think this is? It's animals eating the bugs. Yes. So guess what kind of bugs they're eating on? Wow. They are munching down on the cicadas. Good morning, Debbie Warren. Good morning. Kern. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Pretty cute, huh? But just because they're doing it doesn't mean that you should. Oh my gosh. But there's oh, just one of those mornings. I've got a little bit of a cough. I'm trying not to cough into the microphone, so if I do, excuse me. You have no idea how I operate on this amount of sleep. And I don't. I don't operate on this amount of sleep. Whatever amount of sleep it is, Brandon, I guarantee you it's more than you think I'm getting. No, I get a decent amount of sleep. Whenever I don't, then I shut down completely. It's just been doing it for a long time, I guess. It is wow, more silliness. I saw this come across the AP, of course, because, well, the AP is that kind of goofball. Um AP is this kind of goofball. I will just say. Fannie Willis and judge presiding over Georgia Trump election case defeat challengers. Ooh, that is the story. Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis and Georgia prosecutor who brought a sprawling racketeering case against two, not just against a bunch of people, but also against Donald Trump. She defeated attorney Christian Wise Smith. All in the primary election is now set to face off against Courtney Kramer in the fall. Willis told reporters after her victory that the voters sent a message that people want a DA that is just that, treats everyone equally and that works hard. And they know that they have that in me. Sure, Fanny. Meanwhile, Fulton Superior Court Judge McAfee, the judge who was randomly assigned to preside over the election interference case, also fended off challenger, winning the nonpartisan election to keep his seat. I doubt McAfee really cares about it too much. I don't think he's as concerned as everybody thinks that he might be. Meanwhile, Fulton County Superior Court Judge, the Trump election, this is the Trump racketeering case, and then the racketeering case against well-known rappers have boosted Willis's public profile, but on Tuesday night, she touted off her efforts on being able to eat a Big Mac all in one sitting. Or maybe multiple ones. Well, Tuesday night, she says she's being tough on violent crime, tough on gang members, and gives second chances to first offenders and created programs to catch at-risk youth before they get caught up in the criminal justice system. Well, it seems like all of her talking points, not AP's reporting on it. People said just to justice. The people said yes to safety. The people said yes to integrity. The people said, oh, shit, it's Fannie Willis. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens said to Applesauce Tuesday night at Willis's victory party. What's up, Willis? Hey, let's go, Brandon. You know, you need to steal MG's grift and read some of the wonderful lawyers, some wonderful lawyer rantings. Oh, yeah. Don't worry, there will be some. Good morning, Shizzy and Chad. Here to smuck up your mornings. I'll probably be doing those also. Don't worry. I've got other stuff that's coming up. It's on the back burner, and it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. Willis is taking nothing for granted in her primary win, and blah, 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 blah. Because all this is just saying Willis obtained an indictment in August against Trump and 18 others, and she also was brought before the state, and they had a lot of questions about the shenanigans that's been going on in her office. Yeah. Lots of shenanigans going on in her office. But you know what? This is an awesome, awesome day. And I want you to know why it is such an awesome day. Today is awesome because women are back in the kitchen again where they belong. Female White House chef duo has dished up culinary diplomacy at state dinners for nearly a decade. House cured salmon, smoked salmon, red grapefruit, avocado, cucumber starter, dry aged ribeye beef on a sesame Sabian bun. Sabian bun. Salted caramel pistachio cake under a layer of matcha ganache. Well, while Joe Biden and his guest of honor at the White House dinner chew over foreign policy, the female chef duo of Chris Comerford and Susie Morrison take care of the culinary diplomacy. They pulled off the above menu for Japan's leader in April, and they have a new array of delicacies for Kenya's president on Thursday night. But currently, they are back in the kitchen. Comerford, the White House executive chef, and Morrison, the executive pastry chef, are the first women to hold these posts. Damn. Means maybe they're not that. Maybe women ain't as good at cooks as we think they are. Maybe we not put them back in the kitchens. What do you think? Should we keep women in the kitchen, or should we kick them out? Just curious. Oh. They're colony creations for nearly a decade. Well, they've been doing it for nearly a decade. So that's like, what, 8 years, 9 years? Both are just exceptional examples of success in their field. Of course. Who was the executive pastry chef for 7 years before his departure in 2014, cleared the way for Morrison to be promoted. They excel at what they do. Comerford Morrison get to do it again when Biden and his wife, First Lady Jill Biden, host the administration's sixth state dinner for the Kenyan President William Ruto and his wife, Rachel. It will be the first such honor for the African head of state since 2008 and the first Kenyan since 2003, because you know the reason why they have to have this is so they can get that black vote. You got to get the black vote. Come on. You can do it. That's why you host the Kenyans. Why not? Too tired to hit you with the spatula for that one. I don't know. Might like that. I might like that. Getting hit with the spatula. What you got cooking there? Good to see, Captain Kirk. Well, they do laundry too as well. Isn't it weird? Like, I'm so surprised. It can only be taken as comedy. Yes, I mean, it's really strange, you know. I wear my clothes, they get dirty. I take off my clothes and I put them in the laundry bin, and then I get up one day and there's like back in my drawer. It's like magical elves. They're so delicious. Jeez, I do most of the cooking in our house anyway. Ah, it's fun. It's magic. Plain, simple magic. Like, what? No. You iron things? You've got to be kidding me. You mean my my clothes? But my nice shirt? That's you? Damn, Melanie. You're the magical elf. The lavish state dinner is a tool of U.S. diplomacy, a high honor reserved for America's long-standing and closest allies. In the case of Kenya, Benyon wants to elevate his relationship that he sees as crucial to security in Africa and far beyond. Well, Jill Biden planned to preview the dinner setup because she doesn't trust these women cooks. I taught my wife how to cook by stopping cooking, sink, or swim time. That's so bad. No, my wife is a pretty good cook, surprising enough. I do most of the cooking on a regular basis. Last night. No, if you like food, you don't want to listen to this next part. So last night and I do this for my wife on a regular basis because I know she loves it, and it's one of her favorites besides venison. Get some lamb, get some nice lamb chops, and I grab out the cast iron skillet, heat that thing up till it's just got that perfect sear about to happen, and I do the lamb, little lamb chops on there, and I sear it on all three sides because they're usually in a bit of a triangle. I do the chopped loin, get those seared up, and then sear the other side. And that's whenever I break out the butter, the thyme, the garlic, some salt, some pepper, and I sear the other side as I'm pouring the oil and vinegar or the lime. Geez, that's whenever I'm pouring the butter, the thyme. I wanted to say thyme, but I said lime instead. The thyme over the top of it, and get that all mixed in there, seared up really nice. And it is like by far one of her favorites. And then I did that with what do you call it? Zucchini squash. I seared those up a little bit too, and added a little bit of unicorn salt, which has a little bit of like paprika and some other spices in there. And put that up on a plate for her, and yeah, just watch her melt like that butter does. It is so good. But I only do that for her on a regular basis, like every day. I cook for wonderful meals like that. But the lamb, that was like delicious, delicious as always. Just the reaction I get out of her for that kind of meal. Mm, 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 mm. We're trying to showcase American food, American regions, American farmers, while incorporating small tributes to the guest of honor, which would be Joe Biden, because, well, he won't remember it anyway. And, you got to give him something to smell. It would be rare that we would really try to imitate something from the guest's country. Ingredients for April's state dinner for Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida and his wife Yuko came from California, Maryland, Oregon, and Ohio. The wines were from Oregon and Washington State. At the media preview for that glitzy event, Comerford explained that the diets of the Bidens and the visiting dignitaries are factored into the preparations along with those of other guests. When we formulate and when we create the state dinner menu, we take into consideration all the principles and most of our guests. We also take into consideration the season because this is the perfect time for some beautiful bounties right now. With all the spring coming up with all the morels and the mushrooms and Susie's cherries. What is Susie's cherries? Why are you guys after Susie's cherries? And after all the stuff she has on her plate. The chefs contact the regular purveyors to find out what's in season and go from there. The salmon appetizer served in April was in... The salmon appetizer served in April was inspired by the California roll. Okay, which Comerford said was invented by a Japanese chef. Of course. It drives me crazy that I can't do a lot of housework anymore due to RA and lack of range of motion, shoulders and elbows. It sucks. Just admit that's part of your paralegal duties. I will never admit to it. Never. No, that is. I have work duties, which are one thing, and then I have marriage duties, which are a completely different thing. And I guarantee you, those two don't mix well. If they did, I'd be in all kinds of trouble. Serving dinner to hundreds of guests at once comes down to timing. Well, no shit. Really? Like they're telling us something we don't know. In 2015, China's Xi Jinping wanted I thought you said he wanted every, but it's a very American menu, which I think was the polite way for him to say that he didn't think we could do Chinese food very well. More than likely. The Chinese leader was served with butter poached Maine lobster and grilled Colorado lamb. No, he's showing respect. That is so who said this? Yosis recalled at least one instance where the honoree's wishes dictated the menu selections. Oh, okay. No, well, China's Xi Jinping. Did you ever think that he doesn't want to disrespect you? I mean, would you go to China and request a hamburger? That's amazing. They said Chinese food, and they didn't say, they didn't think we could do. What's a famous Chinese dish? What would that be? What would be the one? Yeah, he didn't want to have to tell you that it's not right. It doesn't matter if he thinks you can or not, but he doesn't want to be forced into a situation where he has to like put you down for, screwing up a dish. Speaking of screwing up a dish, would be these idiots right here. How two debunked accounts of SA on October 7th fueled a global dispute over a war. Okay. So, Chame, and I'm not even going to try to say their name, had dozens of shot burned or what? So, dude he reached the home that would put him at the center of a global clash. Okay. Working in a kibbutz that was ravaged by October 7th, a volunteer commander, an Israeli search and rescue organization saw the body of a teenager that was deleted and separated from her family in a different room. Well, do you think it was that she was separated from her family in different rooms? She had been raped. He alerted journalists to what he's seen. Tearful recount of the details on a national televised appearance in the Israeli parliament. In the frantic hours, days, and weeks that followed the attack, his testimony ricocheted across the world. But as it turns out, what he thought had occurred in the home, it hadn't happened. Oh, really? It says, beyond the well-documented atrocities committed by these militants on October 7th, some accounts from that day proved untrue. It's not that I invented the story, he told people later. It just turned out to be unfounded. Really? So, are you saying that they didn't shoot them dead? I couldn't think of any other option other than the teen having been SA'd. And at the end, it turned out to be different. Really? How had it turned out to be different? The UN and other organizations have presented credible evidence that the militants committed SA during the rampage. Prosecutors for the International Criminal Court said Monday he had reason to believe that the three key leaders bore responsibility for the raping and other acts of SA as crimes against humanity. Though the number of assaults is unclear, photo and video from the aftermath have shown bodies all over the place. Yeah. So they were having a little festival here. This is the Nova Music Festival, where 260 festival goers were killed during an attack on October 7th near the border with the Gaza Strip, southern Israel. See, the cars were burned out, and these people were brutally massacred at a nice little festival that they were having, celebrating life, being happy. And this is where they came in and wiped out 260 people. And you're talking about this guy in Vegas, like the horrible thing that he did into a music venue. We all know what that was. And this right here, were every single person there. Some people managed to get away, but most did not. They died trying to get away from it. I hate that. Arthritis has to suck to start getting goited attacks, and it's debilitating, albeit more fleeting. Yeah. Hey, good morning, T3. Oh my gosh. Why is this happening? Morning just stopped in to like the stream. Just a heads up, if you view your account stats are off, YouTube is showing me only one viewer watching you, which is totally off. Prepare for analytics to be wrong. Well, it happens. I'm used to it. Thank you, though. I know there's more people there than this. It's crazy. Yeah, just hit the thumbs up if you guys are here. It's the YouTube having issues with who knows what. It does. Let's go, Brandon. Let's put anything in life, you deal with it. Some of the first people on the scene were these Zaka volunteers. They offered testimony of what they saw that day. Those words have helped journalists, Israeli lawmakers, and UN investigators paint a picture of what occurred during this attack. Zaka, a volunteer-based group, does not do forensic work. The organization has been a fixture at disaster sites and scenes of attacks since it was founded in 1995. Its specific job is to collect the bodies in keeping with Jewish law. Still, it took Zaka months to acknowledge the accounts were wrong. Allowing them to proliferate in the fallout from the debunked account shows how the topic of SA has been used to further political agendas. Oh, okay. So that right there, not the 260 dead people. So that's what's fueling it. Oh, it was because the accounts of SA were wrong. They were wrong. And of course, it's not that they point to the SA on October 7th. That's not what they're highlighting. That's what the AP might be highlighting. Oh, we'll get into the AP here shortly. To highlight what it says about their savagery and to justify its wartime goal of neutralizing any repeated threat coming from Gaza. It has accused the international community of ignoring or playing down evidence of SA claims, alleging anti-Israel bias. It says untrue stories were an anomaly in the face of many documented atrocities. Yes. Yeah, YouTube likes to play lazy games. Probably rolling out a new unwanted feature. Yeah, it happens. It happens. I'm used to it. I don't ever stress. I know that there's probably, and you guys can hit all the thumbs up, but I guarantee you there's probably at least, usually in the mornings I'll have anywhere between 15 to 20 people, and then by the time it's done, usually about 50 or 60 people watching. So I'm pretty sure, well, usually about 30 by the time that I'm done. But I'm used to it. I don't worry about it. I really don't. YouTube, they're going to do YouTubey things. It's close to the end of the month, and they've got a wrong hole. In turn, some critics have seized on the Zaka accounts, along with others shown to be untrue, to allege that the Israeli government has distorted the facts to prosecute a war in which more than 35,000 Palestinians have been killed. But have we walked into their country, into their peaceful country, and done this? Or have we located where they're wanting to attack from and taken those places out and given them ample warning? What do you think? What do you think Israel's done? Do you think they've done the right thing, the wrong thing? Does it matter? Because guess what? It's in the Middle East. They've been fighting over this area for longer than everybody that even watches this crap has been alive. It's been going on for thousands and thousands of years. The UN fact-finding team found reasonable grounds to believe that some of those who stormed into Israel on October 7th had committed SA, including raping and gang raping. But the UN investigators also said that the absence of forensic evidence and survivor testimony would be impossible to determine. Well, yes, because they killed everyone. So it would be possible. Hamas has denied its forces committed any SA. Body bags and rocket fire. Yeah, they were cut off by the ferocity of the October 7th assault, the deadliest in the nation's history. There were 1,200 people that were deleted. 250, were taken hostage, and it took days for the military to clear the area of militants. There were hundreds of bodies scattered across southern Israel, bearing various signs of abuse, burns, bullet holes, signs of mutilations, marks indicating bodies were bound. Volunteers weren't used to dealing with so many bodies. You get dizzy at some point. Some of the bodies are burned, some are mutilated, some of them are decapitated. Every house has a story. The protocols for dealing with attacks, which Israel encountered frequently on a far smaller scale in the early 2000s, collapsed. There was confusion over who was dead, who was taken captive, especially in the hard-hit communal farming villages and in the aftermath of the outdoor Nova Music Festival. Yeah. I imagine so. It was horrible. It was quick. It was violent. They kidnapped people, and then they killed people on the way as they ran. It's horrible. Authorities were concerned that remaining militants might snatch up more bodies. I would think that all of this is enough that they I'm not going to go into detail on this because it's sort of gruesome. It's too early for this shit. I'm just amazed that, you know, people are, they see this level of violence, they see this level of cruelty, and then wonder why Israel went like, all right, that's enough, we're done. Like, are we supposed to abide by this? 5,000 years in the Bible, the Philistines took Israelite hero Samson back to Gaza, where they tortured him and cut his hair to weaken him so they could unalive him. Backfired, but cool info. Yeah. Brutal, horrible is the best way to describe what happened. But you know what? Norway, Ireland, and Spain say they're recognizing Palestine as a state. Aren't you guys smart? Oh, yeah. And they said deepening Israel's isolation. Well, what did Israel have to say about it? Well, they are because they're doing this and recognizing a Palestinian state in a largely symbolic move that deepens their isolation. No, it just makes these states, Norway, Ireland, and Spain, the outcome for this was Israel pulled those ambassadors out of those countries. So who do you think that Spain, Ireland, Norway, who do you think they isolated? I think they isolated themselves away from the rest of the world. Sorry you haven't slept and you've rambled. Don't be sorry. Just ramble away. Keep on rambling. The announcement came as chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court is seeking arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and his defense minister, and the International Court of Justice is considering allegations of genocide that Israel has strenuously denied. No, it's called retaliation. You attacked Israel. You captured its people. You have done horrible, brutal things, and you guys are brushing it off like, there's no proof of it. There's no proof of it. How are you going to handle this? Well, of course, the Palestinians, they're absolutely happy. They're doing little dances in the street because it announces as an affirmation of their decades-long quest for statehood in East Jerusalem, the West Bank, and the Gaza Strip territories Israel seized in the 1967 Mideast War and still controls. Really? I mean, you won't want to check your history there, shit. Israel recalled its ambassadors to the three countries, and it summoned their envoys, and accusing the Europeans of rewarding the militant group for its October 7th attack that triggered this latest conflict. Netanyahu's government, which is opposed to Palestinian statehood, says the conflict can only be resolved through direct negotiations, which collapsed over 15 years ago. No. It collapsed a long time before that, as if to underline the point Israel's far right national security. What does it matter? As if to underline the point, the national security minister, and I'm not going to say Ben Giver, paid a provocative visit Wednesday to a flashpoint holy site in Jerusalem, sacred to the Jews and the Muslims, in a move that could escalate tensions across the region. Ben Giver said the visit was a response to the move by the three European countries. We will not even allow a statement about a Palestinian state. The Al-Aqsa Mosque compound is the third holiest site in Islam, and the hilltop on which it stands is the holiest site for Jews, who refer to it as the Temple Mount. With formal recognition planned for May 28th, the three countries will join some 140, more than two-thirds of the United Nations, that have recognized the state of Palestine. Over the years, the United States and Britain, among others, have backed the idea that an independent Palestine state alongside Israel, but say it should come as part of a negotiated settlement. The announcements from Europe came in a swift cascade. Norway, which helped broker the Oslo Accords and kicked off the peace process in the 1990s, was the first to announce its decision, and the Prime Minister, Jonas Gahr Støre, stated there cannot be peace in the Middle East if there's no recognition. No, there doesn't have to be any recognition. Well, Shizzy had everyone on his 0 hours of sleep schedule. I don't know. Rambling often starts great discussions. Most of the time, yes. The international community has long viewed the creation of a Palestine state alongside Israel as the only realistic way to resolve the conflict. But the European Union countries have indicated they plan to recognize a Palestinian state to further those efforts or to undermine what Israel has been fighting for, I don't know, thousands of years. Israel's government harshly condemned the decisions taken by the three countries, and history will remember that Spain, Norway, and Ireland decided to award a gold medal to murderers and the grape eaters. He said. He also announced would undermine talks aimed at ceasefire and hostage release in Gaza that came to a standstill earlier this month, which includes American hostages. Oh, I bet you didn't know that either. Why? They don't want it. The AP, why would they report on that? Why would the AP ever say anything about this? The announcements are unlikely to have any impact on the ground. Israel annexed East Jerusalem and considered it part of its capital and occupied the West Bank. It has built scores of Jewish settlements that are now home to over 500,000 Israelis. And you know what? There's also Palestinians that live there. Wow. Weird, isn't it? In Gaza, the war is still raging, and Netanyahu says Israel will maintain open-ended security control over the territory even after they defeat Hamas. But in order to have an impact, he said it must come with tangible steps to counter Israel's annexation and the settlement of the Palestinian territory, such as banning settlement products and financial services. Hugh Lovett, you are an ass. You are an ass. You know, it's amazing. Yours is more of a flare of stress keeping you awake, but shit is a good distraction for the pain. Oh, you know you love it. You love it whenever I make you suffer. Oh, because this, you know why the AP is going so brutal at Israel right now? Oh, there's a reason for that. There's a major reason for that, but you're going to have to find out here in just a second, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab myself some more coffee, and I suggest, you don't have to, but I would suggest if you really, really want to do something enjoyable, grab yourself a cup, and I will be right back in just a moment. Okay, so bear with it. Bear with it. Be right back. Give you guys a little Rambo. Go, Rambo, go. Yeah. Do it. Yeah. Go, Rambo, go. This is a orangutan enjoying. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. Morning, evening, or afternoon, you can never which. Because YouTube being asses, yeah. YouTube is acting weird. It's telling me you're the only one in the chat. I know. It's YouTube's being, it's having issues. It's because there's over 100,000 watching this right now, just so you guys know. But you guys are the only ones chatting. That's what it is. Oh, that's me right there. Give me some of that good old meat. best time of his life. Oh.
My balls are tingling. Yeah, my balls are tingling.
I love it. That kid is so awesome. I'm sorry to hear that, Squid Broke. Well, you're working, but you can't actively chat. Well, that's fine. That's fine. You have such a migraine this morning that you're still struggling with baby squid in bed. It hurts to keep my eyes open. Well, trust me, there is quite a few people in here probably suffering the same thing that you are. So back to our story of why the AP is so salty. Oh yeah. Whenever I say AP is salty, well, and here's why they're salty is because of this.
Israeli officials seized a camera and broadcasting equipment belonging to the Associated Press in southern Israel, accusing the news organization of violating a new media law by providing images to Al Jazeera. The AP live feed captured the moment officials disconnected the microphone.
You see?
Yeah.
On
Israeli government officials presented AP journalists a piece of paper alleging that it was violating the country's new foreign broadcaster law, which shut down Al Jazeera's operations in Israel in early May. They then took the equipment away. The Associated Press denounced the move by Israel, calling it an abusive use of the new law. Quote, the Associated Press decries in the...
I'm not going to let that guy read it. I want to read it. Let me see if I've got the voice for this one. Let's see.
The Associated Press decries in the strongest terms the actions of the Israeli government to shut down our long-standing live feed showing a view into Gaza and seize AP equipment. The shutdown was not based on the content of the feed, but rather an abusive use by the Israeli government of the new country's foreign broadcast law. We urge the Israeli authorities to return our equipment and enable us to reinstate our live feed immediately so that we can continue to provide this important visual journalism to thousands of media outlets around the world. Laura Easton, AP Vice President of Corporate Communications.
How was that? Was that good? Is that good or what? Yes, because the AP was showing what damage is being done. It will show troop movements. And these are the things that Israel is saying, no, you're helping the enemy here. There you go. Thanks, Melanie. They're salty over it. They're so salty over it right now. It's just like, why are you doing this to us? Well, let's hear this guy's voice.
Strongest terms, the actions of the Israeli government to shut down our long-standing live feed showing a view into Gaza and seize AP equipment. The AP's live shot has generally shown smoke rising over the territory. It complies with Israel's rules prohibiting broadcasts of details like troop movements that could endanger soldiers. Israel's Ministry of Communications also released footage showing an Al Jazeera broadcast of the AP live feed.
Huh. Imagine that. Danny Vigard, what'd you do? You said thumbs. I loved it. Thumbs up. Good to see you. How are you doing, Timmy? So good to see you. T. Underwood, I have a metal plate in the back of your head. My headaches went from one a day to like one every couple of weeks. Oof. Ooh.
Al Jazeera is among thousands of clients that receive live video feeds from the AP and other news organizations. Israeli officials seized...
And that's why they're so salty. That is why the AP is so salty. But you're supposed to follow their freaking law. It doesn't matter how ridiculous or how stupid it is. This is what is called enforcement of the law. This is the law they passed. You don't like it, AP? Well, here's a wonderful idea. Go over to Palestine. Film from there. Oh wait. that's not what they want. Ah. Why not go over there to Palestine and do that? Well, on to some more bad news, because that's all we seem to have this morning. Is a tornado deleted multiple people in Iowa as powerful storms tear through the Midwest. How long do you think it'll be? How far into the news story do you think they'll say it's climate change? So we do have a little bit of.
We had to go downstairs at like 8 a.m. this morning, and everything was fine after that. And then Mom was like, "Hey, there's sirens going off in Bridgewater. We may have to go back downstairs soon."
Yeah.
And of course we did. And I thought it was going to pass like it did before.
It did.
But then it got super, super loud, and my mom dragged me to the corner to make sure we were fine. And then it got really, really loud, and we thought we lost our house, but we were lucky. But like everyone else is not so much. Like my brother Cody, his house just got wiped. And his girlfriend got stuck, but she's okay now. But it was really...
Did she get stuck in a dryer is what I'm curious of. Saying she got stuck. I don't know. Is she in the dryer? I mean, I'm confused. Is this some sort of like bad OnlyFans thing going wrong? No, this is pretty devastating.
Really bad, but then you see all these people out here helping each other. It's community.
Oh, dude. My guitar's still there. Awesome. Yeah. Our band can play the next gig. Look, they're cheering over here. This guy's cheering. He's like, look, we can play the next gig. He's like, I got my bass, got my drumsticks. I found my garage band stuff. It was saved. It was saved. All of it was saved. Yes. There were fatalities in that one. Yeah, because they don't know yet. Yeah, there were fatalities. It was a pretty bad one.
Everything's gonna be fine because we have each other.
Yep,
but
see,
it's
you got his bass.
Really, really rough. It is a mess.
Well, yeah, that's what tornadoes do. They leave a mess wherever they go.
We're only like 2-3 hours into pickup. You never ever think it's going to happen to you.
What?
You see other people happen, you feel so terrible, but then
you
you
live in
go,
the Midwest.
At least it wasn't me, and we're okay. And then it happens to you. And then you've lost so much. Your family's out of a place to stay. Or some are lucky and just have a few busted windows like me and my family. But it's just crazy to see your hometown like this. We had to go down.
Crazy. So, multiple people were deleted whenever it tore through Greenfield and left a wide swath of obliterated home, crumpled cars, splintered trees, and while outside the small Iowa town, massive wind turbines were buckled and twisted to the ground by the howling winds. After devastating the town of 2,000 residents on Tuesday, the storms moved eastward and pummeled parts of Illinois and Wisconsin, knocking out power for more than 130,000 customers in the two states. Greenfield's hospital was among the buildings that were damaged in the town, which meant that at least a dozen people who were hurt had to be taken to facilities elsewhere. Sadly, we can confirm that there have been fatalities, which our prayers are out for their families, for each person affected in this, which meant that at least a dozen people who were hurt. It says, Dinkla said at the news conference Tuesday night, without specifying how many were still counting at this time. He said they accounted for all the town's residents, but that searches would continue if anyone was reported missing. The Adair County Health System said in a Facebook post Tuesday night that it had set up a triage center at the Greenfield High School, and the people who need medical attention should go there. Tornado destroyed much of Greenfield, which was located about 55 miles, 90 kilometers southwest of Des Moines, during a day that saw multiple tornadoes, giant hail, heavy rain in several states. In the aftermath of the storm, mounds of broken wood for homes. Everyone else, not so much. House just got wiped. Greenfield bills itself in on its website as friendly wave as you walk type of place with tree-lined streets before the storm and as the perfect place to grow. Mary Long of Long's Market in downtown Greenfield says she rode out the storm at her business in the community's historic town square, which largely escaped damage. Said there appeared to be widespread damage on the east and south sides of the town. Yeah, it's pretty devastating. Another round of storms Monday night raked Colorado and western Nebraska, and that was pretty devastating right here. Because Captain Kern was hit by that storm, so that was pretty rough. The storms in Yuma, Colorado blanketed hail the size of baseballs and golf balls, turning streets into rivers of water and ice. Knocked out power to hundreds of thousands for days, leaving many in the dark and without air conditioning during hot and humid weather. Hurricane-force winds reduced businesses and other structures to debris and shattered glass in downtown skyscrapers. Bob Overuck, lead forecaster National Weather Service, said the system is expected to turn south Wednesday, bringing more severe weather to parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and southern Missouri. And this is what it looked like in Yuma, Colorado, Denver. Residents of a small city of northeastern Colorado were cleaning up Tuesday after hail the size of baseballs and golf balls pounded the community with heavy construction equipment and snow shovel used to clear the ice. And I'm looking to see if they're doing anything, like they're sending any FEMA to help people. There are at least 24 reports of hail. There was 4 inches in diameter, size of softballs near Yuma and the nearby town of Akron. According to the National Weather Service, most of the hail reported in the area ranged from egg size to baseball and golf ball size stones. And I know that Captain Kern did not have insurance on his place, and is going through it really rough right now. So, damage estimate in a town nearing 50 million. That's nuts for a town of less than 800 homes. No, you'd be surprised how much money is there, and hopefully for your sake that even without insurance that you get some sort of relief coming in from the government. This is a natural disaster that, even here's the problem. Even if you had insurance, I don't know that it would cover devastation like this. Sometimes they call that an act of God, and they might have not covered any of it. And if they did, they would probably consider it a complete loss. It wouldn't matter. Yeah. Get the insurances, peoples. I'm with you. Yeah, he just found out that many of his neighbors didn't have insurance either. That's why I'm saying there's a possibility that you guys may end up getting some sort of state or federal relief for this. Not that it's going to help out a whole lot, but it might ease some of this. It's devastating. It really is devastating to any sort of community, and I hate it, brother. I really hate it. And you guys can always check out Captain Kern's site. He has links to if you're wanting to donate to him. He has open lines of communication for that. Like I said, sorry to hear this shit happen. Yeah, we'll survive. Always do. Yeah. But say your home flies into another, they're telling your neighbor an act of God. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, all. Yeah. Yeah. So that was the rough part right there. Hearing about horrible weather storms that are coming in. But of course, not as devastating as there was utter chaos during a search for a main gunman. Wow, why would there be search for main gunman? Why did it turn? It turned crazy because there were intoxicated deputies. The search for the gunman began last October. That's a ways off. That was last year. So, including one group of deputies who had been drinking, nearly crashing their armored vehicle, and others showing up in civilian clothes who could have been mistaken for the suspect, according to an after-action report obtained Tuesday by the AP. The Portland Police Department reports describes how officers rushed to secure the scene where the gunman abandoned his car after deleting 18 people in the state's deadliest shooting. Tactical team leader Nicholas Goodman said in the report that the officers who showed up without any clothes or orders risked doing more harm than good. Second tactical team that was also responding to the incident from Cumberland County nearly crashed their vehicle into his. It locked up its brakes and came to an abrupt halt with the tires making a noise as a large 18-wheeler makes when it stops abruptly while carrying a copious amount of weight. I'd estimate the armored car came within 20 to 30 feet of striking our armored car, and most likely, but it didn't. 20, 30 feet, that's a pretty good distance. You could smell the aroma of intoxicants wafting from the Cumberland vehicle, whose occupants told them they had just come from a funeral. I have never seen the amount of self-dispatching federal involvement with plainclothes and utter chaos with self-dispatching in my career. Well, why do they continue to build homes using only wood known to tornado areas? It's funny. Is it going to be me padding for Val's heated redo? That's so bad. Mad is because that's what's available. No, there's lots of things that are available, but it's still going to continue. I mean, you have to remember that stone is going to be a lot better to build with, but it's also expensive. And if you've ever seen asphalt get ripped up by a tornado, it's quite impressive that it can pick up a road and move it. I've seen tornadoes pick up sections of road and turn them, put them right back down. Yeah, if you've ever seen that, the picture where the tornado came through and picked up a section of the road and turned it so it was facing like 90 degrees, 45, 90 degrees the other way. Oof, it's so crazy. Cumberland County Sheriff Kevin Joyce said in an earlier statement that an internal investigation cleared his officers and then that no one was determined to be intoxicated at the scene. He said any report of intoxicated officers should have been raised at the time, not 6 months afterward. So, Cumberland County Sheriff Joyce said there was an internal investigation. There was no one. There was no one intoxicated. Daniel Wathen, the chairperson for an independent commission investigating the shooting, said that the commissioners intend to address some of the report's disturbing allegations, but others may be outside of the panel's scope, including the allegations of the drinking. The 9-page report was partially redacted, which obtained by the AP through the state's Freedom of Access Act. 9-page report, huh? Both Cumberland County Sheriff's Office and Portland Police Department tactical teams were responding to the location where the shooter's vehicle was abandoned by the river of the evening. I'm not even going to try the Androscoggin River the evening of October 25th after the gunman, Army reservist, had deleted 18 people and wounded 13 others at a bowling alley at a bar in Lewiston. The gunman's body was found nearby 2 days later after he self-deleted. The commission previously heard testimony from law enforcement officials about the chaotic hours after the shooting, which agencies mobilized for a search and police officers poured into the region. The panel reconvenes Friday to hear from witnesses on communications and coordination problems. The Portland report was especially critical of the self-dispatching officers. The report suggests that officers who arrived to help in plain clothes, similar clothing to the suspect, created a dangerous situation which officers could have exchanged fire with each other in a wooded area near the abandoned vehicle. Tactical vehicles used by the Cumberland Sheriff's Office and Portland Police apparently were not aware of each other's presence. Well, that's what happens from lack of communication. Communication breaking down. Portland team, which arrived first near the site of the gunman's vehicle, is attempting to keep police cruisers off a bridge where lights were transforming officers into potential targets. It still makes no sense. Something or the other, river. Yeah. Why are you going to zip the lip? You can say you're fine doing whatever it is you're doing, Tammy. I don't know what your issue is, but you're fine. Hurricane like Ike destroyed every home in your community. 1 week later, on church grounds, under a tent, we prayed. So, cops being stupid. I mean, they're not as stupid as Biden. I mean, come on. Who's going to pay for this? Who is going to pay for all of this? Who shall we make pay for all of this right here? Biden administration canceling student loans for another 160,000 thieves. That's the best way of describing that. You know what this does to your economy? Why would they do this? Well, because they need 160,000 votes. The Biden administration is canceling student loans for another 160,000 borrowers through a combination of existing programs. The Education Department announced the latest round of cancellation on Wednesday, saying it will erase $7.7 billion in federal student loans. And those were backed by banks. With the latest action, the administration says it has canceled $167 billion in student debt. And how is that? This is where printing money comes in really handy, because on top of the how many billions that they're sending to foreign countries over perceived slights, wars, you don't hear much about what's going on with Ukraine right now, do you? It's amazing that they sort of dropped out of the public eye. I mean, think about this. When was the last time I told any story about Ukraine? Of course, you know what that means. That's what they'll be talking about here shortly. Because it's gone. It's gone. They haven't reported on practically anything. Oh, they are, but it's not top news story. So to put some of that in context, many of those are not canceled. They're charged back to fraud online colleges like Ashford and Grand Canyon. From day one of my let's see if we can get the Biden his voice happening here.
From day one.
My administration promised to fight to ensure higher education is taken to middle class, not a barrier to upper something or other, and now whatever I'll never stop working to cancel student debt, no matter how many times the president elected officials try to stop me. Oh man.
Oh, man. See, that sucks. The latest relief will go to borrowers in 3 categories who hit certain milestones that make them eligible for cancellation. It will go to 54,000 borrowers who are enrolled in Biden's new income-driven repayment plan. What? What is an income-driven repayment plan? It is... Let's see exactly what this is, because I'm curious. I've never heard of this before. So let's see what it is. An income-driven repayment IDR plan bases your monthly student loan payment amount on your income and family size. For some people, payments on an IDR plan can be as low as $0 per month. Monthly payments in IDR are generally a percentage of your discretionary income. Each year, you must update your income and family size. This is called recertifying your IDR plan. By the end of the repayment period in an IDR plan, any remaining balance that you have not paid off is forgiven. Saving on valuable education. Save, formerly repay plan. Pay as you earn. Pay repayment plan. Income-based repayment plan. IBR plan. Income contingent IDR plan. You repay your student loans under an IDR plan. You need to fill out your application. The best way to compare repayment plans by using your loan simulator. You can then use a tool to estimate, and you can give the government all of your information, your required monthly payment. Pay. There's forgiveness. Pay. The save plan is 20 for only undergrad students, and if you have any graduate or professional loans, then there's 10% of your income. IBR plan first borrowed, IBR plan, defaulted loans are not eligible for repayment under the IDR plan. So if you defaulted on your loan, then you're sure screwed. Eligible loan types, what you're eligible for, direct consolidation. It goes through all the statutes of it. It's very confusing. And you probably are not taking the best advantage of it, but they are taking advantage of you. I do not agree with cancel student loans. You took the loan, you pay it. However, in fraud cases, it needs to be removed. Absolutely. I'm with you on that. Whereas a fraudulent college that's, one of those, we're an online college. We got you covered. And then they jack up the rates on it, and you're still paying on it years and 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 years on down the road. But yes, for some people, those student loans are important. My wife still is paying on her student loans. I told her, I don't know why you're still paying on it. Get rid of the damn thing. I mean, she's been making regular payments for longer than we've been married. She's been paying on that stuff. You only have $5,000 in loans, which I pay on. I paid for my school so far, mostly with grants and scholarships worth over $15,000. Yes. And it's difficult to get those, but they are available. They are available. But back to Biden being Biden. So, with the latest action, the administration said they canceled blah, 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 along with 39,000 enrolled in earlier income-driven plans and about 67,000 who were eligible through the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. Biden's new payment plan, known as the SAVE plan, offers a faster path to forgiveness than earlier versions. More people are now becoming eligible for loan cancellation as they hit 10 years of payments, a new finish line that's a decade sooner. That's what borrowers faced in the past. Cancellations moving forward as Biden's SAVE plan faces legal challenges from Republican-led states. A group of 11 states by Kansas sued to block the plan in March, followed by 7 more in Missouri in April. In 2 federal lawsuits, the states say Biden needs to go through Congress to overhaul of any federal repayment plans, which he is not. A separate action by the Biden administration aimed to correct previous mistakes that delayed cancellation for some borrowers enrolled in other repayment plans and through public service loan forgiveness, which forgives loans for people who make about 10 years of payments while working in public service jobs. Now, there's there is that right there, that public loan forgiveness. One of my wife's friends, hey, you're not late. You're here exactly whenever you were supposed to be here, Kate Marshall. Glad to see you. Glad you can make it. And don't be fooled by how many people it says are watching you, because trust me, it's wrong. There's plenty of people watching. You got your degree for free. This country already has a free college program called the GI Bill. Yeah. Good luck. And also you have to be able to qualify for the GI Bill. I didn't qualify for it at all. You want to get paid. I didn't take out a loan, but still paid for your degree. Pay me back. That's right. Yep. There's only 2 of us watching. Well, it says 2. For me, it says there's only 7, but I know that number is incorrect. And I've probably got anywhere between 40, possibly 50 or more people that are watching. And you know, usually by about 8:30, I have 50 fine folks are hanging out, kicking back, enjoying the dulcet tones of my horrible voice as I wake in the morning, as my guitar gently weeps, as it gently weeps. So these, the Biden administration, they've been announcing new batches of forgiveness each month as more people qualify under these categories, blah, blah, canceling loans. And of course, the Supreme Court rejected an earlier attempt at a one-time cancellation, saying it overstepped the president's authority. The new plan is being made with a different legal justification, and it's being challenged again. They tend to forget that it was the whole Supreme Court. They're like, no, you can't do that. That's wrong. You can't do this, dummy. Oh, but I do have some news from Tennessee. Well, news from Tennessee. Good morning, Volstorm. Good to see you again. Oh no, I mean, I've got nothing to say to that. No response. You're welcome. I mean, tis what tis. Interesting. Y'all, you're having a weird morning, so I guess I'm in the right place. Yes, you are in the right place for weird mornings and weird days. I'll get to that one in a little bit, because what we've got is we've got a couple other news stories. This one happened yesterday. This one, because they're Okay. Show this one. This is the Russian attacks on Ukraine power grid to touch Kyiv with blackouts ahead of peak demand. Sustained attacks on the grid. Entire apartment blocks, capitals went dark. The city's military administration, at least 10% of consumers were disconnected. Well, they rushed to repair those, and 5 missiles hit the facility that day, and workers were circling away rubble on Tuesday as snow tufts like poplar cotton fell through a hole on the roof. The plan for winter is to restore power generation as much as possible. The situation is already too difficult. This is the first question. The second question is what Ukraine is crying about. We need active protection with air defense systems. We hope that Mrs. Minister Babercock has seen a scale of destruction. Will do everything possible to call from help to the whole world. Wait, you mean all the money, the billions of dollars that we're sending to you? That wasn't enough? You need more help? What do you want? Oh, next you maybe want our resources. Is that possible? Is it possible you want our resources? Well, no, it isn't possible, because right here, Biden here's releasing 100 millions of gasoline from the Northeastern Reserve to bid to lower prices at the pump. Why would he do this in an election year? And what does this have to do with Ukraine? Well, the Biden administration said Tuesday it's releasing 1 million barrels of gasoline from a Northeastern Reserve established after Superstorm Sandy in a bid to lower prices at the pump this summer. This sounds to me like this is a story written by AI. The sale from storage sites in New Jersey and Maine will be allocated in increments of 100,000 barrels at a time. The approach will create a competitive bidding process that ensures gasoline flow into local retailers ahead of the July 4th holiday and sold at competitive prices. The move, which the department has said is intended to help lower costs for American families and consumers, follows a mandate from Congress to sell off the 10-year-old Northeastern Reserve and then close it. Oh, so it's not about making that help. Give Exxon higher record profits. Yes, now you're getting it. Damn, see, Funston's on top of it. He understands exactly what it is about. This is not any sort of legal advice. No, they want to close the Northeastern Reserve, just like they shut down the pipeline going all the way to Canada, putting people out of work that work in the oil field, shutting down our reserves, makes it more difficult for us to get new. All of this before the election, but it's going to lower prices for you. Dear people, it's going to lower your prices. He's still not going to lower it enough for people to get relief. What? He's going to lower it for July 4th. And then he's going to go, look at all the wonderful things I did.
But, wonderful things I did. I helped out so much.
No. He's not going to be. He's doing this as he's coming up on November. And, folks, if you think it's gotten bad, wait until this winter. Wait till you find out how much it's going to cost, because gasoline prices are going to go through the roof right after July 4th, going into the election. He is going to have to do so much just to get prices to stay down. And that means it's going to cost you elsewhere. It'll cost you in work. It's going to cost you in resources. It's going to cost you on getting those resources to you. And then he'll blame the farmers, because it's the farmers that are raising their prices, because for the farmers to run that heavy equipment that feeds from the breadbasket, do you think they just pump what? Water into their tanks? Well, mostly it is anymore with ethanol. But what do you think? How many tractors can you have up and running off of electrical for how long? We're talking about, several tons of tractor being moved by batteries. What batteries are going to power them? Where those batteries come from? Might be from things that they're stripping out. Yeah, it's farmers. Yeah. Gas prices go up. whenever whenever you pull this kind of crap and you start cutting back your reserves, then it affects the farmers, which have to have fuel to operate their tractors, or they can't get the fields plowed, they can't get their crops pulled. And whenever it starts costing them a lot of money to do this, they have to raise the price of what they want, what they're willing to sell their grain for. And that's if places are willing to spend that money to purchase it. Now, they might spend the money to purchase it, but those prices get passed on because now you've got to get that stuff to the grain silos. You have to get it out to market, and all of that takes fuel. So then you can blame the truckers. Well, and then it comes down to, well, let's see, these truckers, they're charging too much, and, there's just not enough of them, and they're not driving enough, and our supplies are running low. What are we going to do? Well, it's the big businesses that are causing all of this. And why is it that they do this? F. Joe Biden, they aren't worried they will replay what happened in 2020, counting, stopping in 5 states simultaneously, then 3 a.m. ballots, and you question it, you get sent off to the gulag. Don't you know, Shizzy, the tornadoes are from cows farting and Aunt Beth driving her Camry in an extra half a mile. This is all for the green. Yes, EV tractors will get charged up. How? Oh. Maybe from the coal mines that they shut down? Oh, that's right. They're shutting down those coal mines in those states. Yeah. They're still betting on more summer protests to overshadow how much we really all pay for our daily lives. Yes. And by closing the reserve, they can then use less fuel to fill the reserve. Oh, look, it's full. Yeah, they run on fairy dust. Yeah, so they do have plenty of fairies in this administration, and they wear boots. No, it's all racist. Everything is racist. Racist. Closed coal mines are good battery storage areas. The move, which the department said to help lower costs for this spending, Energy Department said the sale of 1 million barrels, or about 42 million gallons, was timed to provide relief for motorists as the summer driving season begins. Like, people want to go on vacation because they've been stuck in their house. They've been stuck in grinding at it. Well, how did you know? Totally. All your fault, Baker. Did you make it back? Oh my gosh, Baker, brother. I thought you were still on a plane. Man, oh man. If you're up for it, I would love to have you come on, brother, because you gotta tell me how you've been doing, man. You got to tell me how you've been doing. Where the hell are you? I know you're around here somewhere. I thought you were around here somewhere. Well, shite. I'll just send it over to you through the Twitterverse. Because, well, that's how you are, man. You just keep on hiding from me. Keep on hiding from me. I see you. There you go. Let me post it in there because I want to see how you're doing, man. Yeah, you got tell me more. Tell me more. So interested in seeing how you're doing. You're on your second to last train. Really? Are you getting another train pulled on you? You're getting... Baker, I told you about this. Don't have trains pulled on you. There's a way that you're supposed to go about it, and having one of those pulled on you is not where it's supposed to be. So you're going to have one more train pulled on you. And then you'll be home around noon. Gotcha. Many U.S. locations only accept foreign driver's licenses from Canada when buying alcohol. Other countries need their passports. Yes. I love trains after meeting ball story. Well, is it a train? If there's just the two of them, I mean, I'm sure it feels like it. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Gasoline prices average about $3.60 per gallon nationwide. Well, that's average nationwide. If you go to California, it's going to be a hell of a lot more. If you go to Texas, it might be a little bit less. Other states, it could be up, it could be down. It just depends on what the local state taxes are. You know, complaint maker. Well, a conductor in a caboose. Yes, he did. You didn't see the picture? He totally got his Philly cheese and beef sandwich. I saw pictures. I can verify. It was a 6 out of a 10. Damn. Then you must have gotten a good one, because some of them are pretty bad. Baker broke shizzy. Oh my. Oh boy. So gasoline prices, gasoline prices are up 6 cents from a year ago, according to AAA. Well, just according to your pocketbook, it's up 6 cents easily, and that 6 cents starts adding up. Tapping gasoline reserves is one of the few actions a president can take by himself to try to control inflation. Wait, no, what? Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? What? I'm sorry, I'm confused. This right here, this is bullshit. That's bullshit. They're saying tapping reserves. Oh, one of the few actions the president can take by trying to control inflation. So, what are some of the other actions? What actions can a president take to try to control inflation? Well, why don't we look? Why don't we look? Why do we look? What other things can the government do to fight inflation? Government can use wage and price controls to fight inflation. They've fared poorly in the past, leading governments to look elsewhere to control the economy. Governments may pursue a contractionary monetary policy, reducing the money supply within an economy. The U.S. Federal Reserve implements contractionary monetary policy through higher interest rates to open market operations, and the Fed use reserve requirements to manage the nation's money supply, but drop these limits until further notice. Well, they've got price controls, federal funds rates, open market operations. They can reserve requirements, discount rate. Well, why is it hard to control inflation? There's a variety of reasons why it's hard to control inflation. When prices are higher, workers demand higher pay. When workers receive higher pay, they are able to actually just purchase the goods, which increases demand, which then increases prices, which can lead to a possible price spiral. Inflation is also hard to control because the methods to fight it, such as higher interest rates, take time to affect the economy. So, doing this, lowering gas prices, which he thinks is going to try to control inflation, doesn't help. Why does it not help? Because it doesn't match up. You know, all you had to do was, let these people that are bitching and moaning about not getting their refunds, say, how about we just forgive the student loans? Well, How about we pay, McDonald's employees, 15, 20, 30, 40. Hell, let's just pay them $100,000, $200,000 a year and just call it quits. We'll put them on a salary. Doesn't matter how much work they do or how capable or incompetent they are, because then that in turn turns into this freaking spiral of wages. It's not helping. But of course, for election year, it'll help get the slaves, back to the voting booth. And you notice how all of a sudden it's become the Biden Harris administration, but everything for the past bit has been about Biden. You're happy. I'm in the only sexual arousing country again. Jesus, man. Oh, I went to the spot Brandon told you to, and you didn't meet Lesko. Oh, there you go. Was the bread at least fresh? Oh, okay. It's like I thought you. Oh, sorry. The spicy provolone was good. Oh, nice. No, that's awesome. I thought you were going to say abusing country, SA country again, but hey, So the Biden / Harris administration is laser focused on lowering prices at the pump for American families, especially as drivers hit the road for summer driving season. Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm said in a statement, by strategically, well, let's hear it in her own voice. Let's see what exactly she said.
By strategically releasing this reserve in between Memorial Day and June 4th, we are ensuring sufficient supply flows to the tri-state and to the Northeast at a time when our work in America is needed the most.
Yeah, that was in her voice. So White House Press Secretary Karen, I'm just going to say Karen Jean-Luc Picard, whatever her name was, she said release from gas from the Northeast reserves. Well, they build on actions by President Joe Biden.
To lower gas and energy costs, including historic releases from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, the largest ever investment in clean energy.
Sure. Don't have too much fun with this. Ah. Clean energy, huh? Oh. Biden significantly drained the Strategic Petroleum Reserve in 2022 following what? No. The invasion of Ukraine? No. That's not why. That's not why. He tapped into the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. Don't go changing history, folks. This is why you don't change history. Because the reason why is because they decided that they were not going to take any more oil from Russia. And then they were getting it in a roundabout way. And that pipeline got shut down. It got destroyed. Yeah. An underwater pipeline was completely destroyed. He shut down the pipeline coming from Canada. Shut down all of it. The election year move helped stabilize gas prices. No, if you wouldn't have shut things down, you wouldn't have had this problem. It helped stabilize gasoline prices that have been rising in the wake of the war. No. It grew complaints from the entire United States. that you shut it down. You were just tone deaf and didn't listen to what we said. Biden administration has since begun revealing the oil reserve, which has had more than 367 million of barrels of crude oil as of last week. The total is lower than levels before the war, but still the world's largest emergency crude oil supply. It's meant for national emergencies, but you sort of screwed that up. I wanted to go look at the mouse ear, but apparently not good enough to strip club. Yeah, I don't think you wanted to go there because trust me, you ain't gonna see no mouse ears there. Maybe some rat ears. Camel toes. In 2023, I did not sell oil to China. News headline a month later: U.S. oil reserve empty. Biden sells oil to China. Exactly. That was exactly it. Not familiar with that place. Yes, you don't want to be familiar with that place. The Biden administration has begun filling this, and the Northeast sale will require that the 42 million gallon reserve is transferred or delivered no later than June 30th. Why not Juneteenth? Why don't you do it then? Congressional Republicans have long criticized the Northeastern Reserve, which was established by Barack Obama, saying any such stockpile should have been created by Congress. True. In 2022, report from the Government Accountability Office said the gasoline reserve, which has never been tapped, would provide minimal relief during a severe shortage. The reserve costs about $19 million a year to maintain. Jeez Louise. Patrick DeHaan, an analyst for Gas Buddy, said the sale of Northeast Reserve would have little impact on gasoline, as the prices impact on gasoline prices nationally, although there
may be a slight downward pressure on prices.
In the Northeast, the million barrel reserve only amounts to about 2.7 hours of total U.S. gasoline consumption. So the amount that's there would only keep us maintained for about 2.7 hours. As an analyst, this reserve never really made a whole lot of sense to have. DeHaan said in the Associated Press interview, the reserve is very small and must be frequently rotated because gasoline has a shelf life. That's why there's really no nation that has an emergency stockpile of gasoline other than the U.S. The Strategic Petroleum Reserve has vastly more quantities of oil needed in an emergency. What's that? When do we get to name Baker's Sprague in 9 months? That's funny. We sent Baker home 200 pounds heavier in pregnancies. Promises made, promises kept. It's been said that Jimmy Carter, whenever he dies, he'll die knowing that he wasn't the worst president we've ever had. What's all this complaining about 19 cents when you have a credit card debt of 34,700? Yeah. Who's the daddy? What makes you think it's a daddy? Curious. Oh my gosh. But if that isn't bad enough, of course, the Russian theater director and playwright go on trial over a play that authorities say justifies terrorism. In Estonia, a Russian court Monday opened a trial of a theater director and playwright accused of advocating terrorism in a play, the latest step in an unrelenting crackdown on dissent in Russia that has reached heights since Moscow sent troops into Ukraine. Well, what exactly was that all about? Pressure mounted on critical artists in Russia. 2 actors and directors were fired from state-run theaters, and musicians were blacklisted from performing in the country. Some were slapped with a label, foreign agent, which carries additional government scrutiny and strong negative connotations. Many have left Russia. Good. Good. Berkowitz, who is raising 2 adopted daughters, who refused to leave Russia and continued working with her independent theater production in Moscow, calling Soso's Daughters. Shortly after the start of the war in Ukraine, she staged an anti-war picket and was jailed for 11 days. Really? Yeah. They started signing affidavits urging the court to release the 2 from custody, preventing investigation in the trial. People do shady stuff. They're horrible. They're in bad shape. All it is a red scare. That's what it is. And now I have some really interesting news. Really interesting news. This is interesting news that came to me yesterday. It's about Tennessee and Florida, California. How do all of these states combine? What kind of devastating move could happen that could combine Florida, California, Tennessee? What do all of these things have in common? Most importantly, Tennessee. Can anybody guess? Can anybody guess what happened? Elvis's granddaughter sues to stop Graceland foreclosure sale and alleges fraud. Riley, and I'm going to get her name wrong, Coe says a creditor falsely claimed Lisa Marie Presley owned millions as part of a scheme to defraud the family out of her granddaughter's famous estate. Elvis's Presley granddaughter is suing to try to keep her grandfather's legendary Graceland estate in the King of Rock and Roll's family. In a lawsuit filed last week, Riley Coe, I'm going to say her name wrong, asked Shelby County, Tennessee court to stop what she called a fraudulent sale after a lender claimed the family failed to pay back a $3.8 million loan borrowed by Coe's mother, Lisa Marie Presley. A foreclosure auction had been scheduled for Thursday, but a judge temporarily delayed the sale before the case goes to court on Wednesday. Coe became the sole owner of the Memphis mansion last year after the death of her mother in January of 2023. Oh, yeah. One of Captain Kern OnlyFans takes too long to get approved. We need that money now. It does. I've been dealing with it. Here's what to know. Nosani Investment and Private Lending LCC, the creditor behind the foreclosure, claims it made a $3.8 million loan agreement with Lisa Marie Presley in 2018 that she failed to repay. She used Graceland as collateral. The creditor says the loan agreement bears the signature of a Florida notary, Kimberly Philbrick. Well, Coe allegedly in the lawsuit filed in Shelby County Chancery Court that her mother never borrowed any money from Nuance Investments and never gave a deed of trust to the company, contrary to the creditor's claims. Coe's attorney also alleged that Nosani Investments is not a real entity. Instead, the lawsuit said it appears the company was created to defraud the family. These documents are fraudulent, wrote Coe's attorney, Jeff Germany, who did not respond to a request for comment. Philbrick, the notary, wrote in an accompanying affidavit with Coe's lawsuit that she never signed the loan agreement and never met Presley. I do not know why my signature appears on this document. I have no idea. Shizzy, can you give us another clue? Nosani Investments had in recent months pressed the family to pay back the alleged loan, filing a collections claim in Los Angeles County Court in September. The family refused. The creditor earlier this month posted a public notice of foreclosure sale scheduled for Thursday. In that notice, Nassani Investments sought to sell the estate outside the Shelby County Courthouse to the highest and best bidder. Kyo suit seeks to stop that sale. Brad Russell, an attorney for Nassani Investments, said he had no comment on the matter because of the ongoing case. Kurt Nassani, who is also listed as defendant in the suit, did not respond to a request for comment. Well, he's also listed as defendant in the suit. Yeah. So Elvis Presley Enterprises said in a statement that it supported Keogh's allegations. Elvis Presley Enterprises can confirm that these claims are fraudulent. Elvis Presley Enterprises said there is no foreclosure sale. Simply put, the counter lawsuit has been filed to stop the fraud. Important context. It's always important. The ownership of the late star's famous Memphis mansion has a tense legal history. Elvis Presley's will appointed his father, grandmother, and only child, Lisa Marie, as the beneficiaries of his estate. In 1993, Lisa Marie Presley, the only one of the initial trustees still alive, appointed her mother, Priscilla Presley, as one of the two co-trustees, along with business manager Barry Seagal. But when Lisa Marie died last year, her mother said she found an amendment to the will that replaced her and Seagal as trustees with Keogh and her brother, Benjamin Keogh, who died in 2020. After a months-long dispute, Riley Keough agreed in a settlement to pay her grandmother a lump sum payment and keep Priscilla Presley as a special advisor to the trust. Keough, in turn, would be the sole trustee of the Promenade Trust, which oversees the Graceland Museum, and be charged with safeguarding the money. Since opening to the public in 1982, Graceland has hosted more than 20 million visitors, according to its website, and now averages more than 500,000 each year. It is one of the most visited home tours in the United States. What in the hell are you talking about shaving? Shaving has been part of the process. Boy, you guys really derailed that one. Just preventative medicine. Yeah, lots of land fraud here. Thanks, Florida. No, it's a California company. They just use. Okay, so it's a California company. They used a fraudulent signature and notary. More than likely pulled off of another document that they used, not thinking that this person would ever know anything about it. It's a scam. They're pulling this off because they basically want to bribe the company for money. They want to, at Graceland, yeah, why not? It's like selling the Brooklyn Bridge. You know, there's always a bridge to sell. It's just you don't want to know. I probably don't. Probably don't. All I heard was shaving and something. It is amazing to me that they tried to sell Graceland, that they went after Graceland. You've got to be kidding me. This is not the kind of stuff that you want to do. You don't want to be going after Graceland. Well, unless you're an idiot. I mean, there is that. There is that. I did find the wonderful let me check something. There we go. Sound came back. Poof. Sound went away. You killed it or made it fall off. I did find the latest video of Baker after leaving Dollywood. He's been on a train. And this is here's Baker on his drive home after getting back from Dollywood. The comments are killing. this next level
I want
stuff.
to ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself.
Baker,
Only
am I the only one wondering how this man folds his bed sheets?
people who thought about what I'm about to say comment.
This man should be sponsored by Head and Shoulders.
If you comment some horse shit, I'm not going to take you serious.
Bro will never be hanged.
If you comment
How do you calculate where your goatee should be?
some dumb shit, I'm not going to take you serious.
Necklace behavior.
But I really want you to ask yourself,
Bro's built like the Snapchat logo.
did I fail you as a creator?
Oh, that pimple on your neck or your chest? Damn.
Or did y'all fail me as followers? I want to ask you something.
I'm the walrus. Cuckoo, you. Oh, it's man. Human walrus. We will swallow, but they won't fall down. Oh, brother. It's crazy. Oh. Oh. I did see one of Baker's dates. She's impressive. Like I think Baker could totally fix her. Like, do you want to see one of his dates from Dollywood? This is one of his dates from Dollywood. Just listen to her talk.
Hi, not being on a first date right now, it's so cringe. By the way, in your hand it says that you're 5'11", but I'm 5'8", and you're shorter than me, so maybe try 5'7". What are you getting to drink? Water? Okay, in your hydration era, serving hydration core, I'm getting an Aperol Spritz, something with a little fizz. Bro has no riz. Oh, you think I'm pretty? What kind of pretty? I feel like I serve early 2000s pretty. Bunny pretty, deer pretty, rat pretty, frog pretty, girl pretty, boy pretty. What kind of pretty do you think I am? I know I'm not quite 30 million likes pretty, not blue dress girl pretty, red shirt girl pretty, but still pretty, right? Thank you so much. Just giving compliment core. And what do you do for work? You work at a pizza place? You must be that guy from that girl's video that went viral where she talked about meeting a guy in a pizza place, but she would never date. But I would date because you're in your influencer era, like not you being famous. Famous core. And what are you getting to eat? Big back activities. I have an almond mom, so I'm probably gonna eat a salad because I want to be serving skinny Bella Hadid energy. Yeah, I want to be snatched with legging legs. Oh, you're getting steak? Meat mentioned. Bros meat maxing. What are you looking for in a relationship? I'm looking for a man in finance. 6'5", blue eyes, trust fund. Have you heard that sound? It's all viral all over TikTok. I love it. I really want like someone to remix one of my videos. Yeah, that'd be so funny. Where are you going? You need to go to the bathroom? Go piss, girl. I don't think he's coming back, but that's like because he gave me the egg. Me when I get ghosted, not me getting ghosted. Hi.
No. What the hell is she on? She would sound great underwater. Damn it. Oh man, you know what's really funny? So when I was in California, I worked a certain kind of job, and there was this guy that I worked with, and it's just the same. We used to talk on the phone, and one day he did this exact talking just like this to somebody, just would not shut up. Except hers was only a minute and 7 seconds. This dude went on for 30 minutes nonstop. Muppet language, exactly. Now I'm wondering what her moans would sound like at Smexy time. Oh, well, you'd have to have a ball gag in her, or she wouldn't moan. It's sound more like muffled shouts is what they would sound like. More like muffled shouts. Sorry, that's so bad. Oh. Oh. uh, oh, but you know, Baker did make such an impression. He did make such an impression. Oh, your sister can do this, but thank God she doesn't actually act like it in real life. Neither does that girl. She just, that was intentionally making fun of the TikTok girls. That's all it was. But like this one, I think this one is real. This one, there you go. Here's another one.
I saw this really cute guy at the grocery store the other day, so naturally I followed him to the checkout counter.
Naturally.
And when he gave the cashier his credit card, I peeped it to see what his name was. And then I Googled him and found his social media profiles, and I was able to tell that he was single. So I went through his friends list and I found his mother's page. And then I looked through his mother's page and I saw that she was a member of this book club that's in my area. So I sent a request to join the book club. So I went to the book club meeting and I met his mom there, and we bonded over some books that we both liked. And she just thought I was so nice. And I brought it up randomly in conversation that I was single. And she let me know that she had a son that was single also that lived in the area. And maybe it would be cool for us to get together and chat sometime. So I gave her my number, which she gave to her son. And this morning he texted me and asked if I'd like to get together this weekend and do something. So I guess we're going to go on a date. I'm really excited.
I don't know. Does that give you any red flags? She's from either Nashville, Atlanta, or Birmingham. Maybe too flat. No. I wouldn't kick her out of bed. No. Well, except when my wife walked in, I'm like, go. Just kidding. Wow, that's psycho. You think that's psycho, Winks? Do you really think that's psycho? Making stalking great again. I mean, she was making herself available, and in this day and age, it's pretty hard for women to find good guys. It's pretty hard for women to find good guys. And it just happens. It just happens to be that, you know, this particular young lady did just that. She managed to find herself a guy. What is this? Oh, yeah, I remember seeing this. Crazy stuff. Oh my. We are going to get completely attacked, annihilated. And why is it? Why are we being attacked? Because
stick in your two fingers like this, and then place your thumb on top like so. That will increase the pleasure.
Morning, MG. How you doing, brother? Did you get yourself some rest?
A little bit. I'm driving to court, and there was a huge thunderstorm that I just drove through. But yay!
Well, how many more thunderstorms do you think you're going to have?
I don't know. There was a lot of water falling. That's all I know.
Well, you're supposed to be getting hit by a bunch more. It's supposed to be moving its way.
I'm sure
south.
all week.
Yeah, all the way into Texas from Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas. Yeah. Pizza. Yeah. MG Law. They're so happy to see you, brother. So were you having this problem last night where it was only showing small amounts of people on your stream?
Yeah, I think it showed I don't know how many people were there. I think at most it was 90 something.
9 something?
90, I think.
Oh, you probably had quite a bit more than that. I'm almost betting because chat was on fire for you last night.
Yeah, the chat was crazy.
So,
and Zach, no, I don't have a hangover. No, he wouldn't have a hangover.
You weren't drinking last night, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, you were?
Brandon came and got me. It was just, it was 5. I had 5. So,
Oh, that's not bad.
Not
That's
bad.
not bad at all.
So,
Yeah, I was damn. I was God, that's so funny. Sorry. Oh, I just saw something that made me laugh. So yeah, the stream currently shows that there's only 9 viewers.
what?
Yes.
There's more than that in chat. Just in the last like 10 seconds.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I usually about this time of the day, there's anywhere between 50, 60, and as low as like 30. That's usually about where it's at.
Yeah.
So whenever I see that, I'm like, oh,
The Ballstorm says it shows 3.
Yeah. Oh, it shows you 3. It shows me 9. Yeah. See, someone else that says it shows 4.
4.
It's and if I pull
It's
up
YouTube.
what my live streaming situation is, what it says currently that I've got 3 concurrent viewers, I've got 171 views, and my chat rate is 8. Like, nobody chatted from, it says one person chatted from 6:30 to 7, and then I got 3 chats in at 7 o'clock, and then I managed to get 1 chat in at 7:30, 2 chats in, 3 an hour later. Yeah, it says I've had a total of 4 chats, like chats. Yeah, weird. It says 3 for me too. It's so weird.
That's great.
It has been the craziest. That's why whenever I came in this morning, I was just like, this is going to be one of those days where, you know, I'm not expecting too much. I'm just like, I'm over it. I'm over it. YouTube is asshole.
Mm-hmm.
But this is one that got completely, NBC got totally destroyed on this. Have you
Oh,
seen
yeah,
this?
the alleged tornado.
Yeah, this one right here.
Yeah, the alleged the like EF4 tornado, at least.
Yeah, the alleged tornado tore through the Midwest in Greenfield, Iowa. Wait, no, that's not an alleged tornado. Oh,
Not when
yeah,
the National Weather Service has already confirmed it was a tornado.
yeah. You were watching MG Law last night, and then poof, you woke up in time just for Shizzy this morning. Isn't it weird? Yeah, that was a pretty bad thing. But developing drone footage from Greenville, Iowa shows the damage after an alleged tornado leveled the community, and of course readers added context to NBC saying it was not an alleged tornado, it was a tornado.
Yeah, they are an alleged media outlet too.
Yeah. I got such a, oh man, that's screwed up.
Yeah, it's the tornado hasn't had its day at court yet, so
yeah,
it's still alleged.
Holy crap, that's not good. Okay, no, what the? What? Just a second. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I was watching something. I was like, what does this guy jump for? I'm not showing it. It'll get me in trouble. Oh, I love this. So sorry. I'm getting myself derailed, brother. So bad. Oh my gosh. So you just went through a massive rainstorm. What is going on other than that, man? You're on your way to court?
Just got court this morning. Not particularly looking forward to it, but I was in court all day yesterday, and I'll be in court and driving most of the day today.
Jeez.
But I had last week
Yeah.
off, so they got to make up for it this week by assigning me to other places.
Well, that you remember me telling you about Pro Se Crazy Lady?
Yeah.
She's suing her attorney. She's suing her attorney for $1 million. Oh, and she's going after the judge. She's going after everybody. I've filed judicial complaints. She's doing everything she can not to have her house removed from her, which is admirable. But at some point, lady, no, she's
kind of like
suing
the lady,
her.
kind of like the one last night. That's an attorney.
Oh, yeah.
Holy hell!
This one, oh my God, it is. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like,
oh my gosh!
Like it is. She's certifiably cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Oh no, she makes Lynette look fucking mellow. Like, I'm sorry for the language, but yeah, she makes Lynette look mellow.
Yeah.
Like, this lady, she has been known to go down to the clerk's office and hang out there all day.
Oh, that's
so
fun.
whenever people come in to file something, especially in like that she purports to be an attorney.
Oh.
Or working. She tried that crap on me one day, which got her in all kinds of trouble. she'll say, "Hey, I can help you out. I just, sort of work in a law office. And let me take a look at your documents. I can help you with them." And so she gives bad information. They've actually, the clerk's office has had to have her physically removed and told her not to be coming back. And she was doing this before all of the COOF stuff. The COOF stuff made it more difficult for her to be there. But they knew her very well at the clerk's office because she files like ridiculous amounts of lawsuits. Anybody that she can sue, she goes for it. Like, everybody and anybody is at fault. Takes no responsibility. Well, she called one day saying that she was from that it was from the clerk's office, which I was like, okay, you need to speak with the attorney that's okay, sure, clerk's office. And it just so happened that my wife was standing right there. I was like, oh, I got someone from the clerk's office. What's your name? And then she tells me her name, and by that time my wife had already walked off. And so whenever I did the transfer over to her, I said, well, I'll talk to her first. And so she didn't want to hear what I had to say, and she just took the call, thinking, because we deal with this clerk's office on a regular basis, we were waiting for something to come through, and this lady gets on there and starts cussing my wife out. And she was like, wait a second, who is this? And she tells her name, and she was like, I'm sorry, ma'am, but you need to, are you represented by an attorney? Because I don't know who you are or what this is concerning. She knew who it was, and she knew who it was concerning. Yeah. But she was like, I don't know who you are. And she, the lady got busy and hung up on her, slammed the phone down on her. We're just like, okay, well, that's weird. That's crazy. And she goes, what did she tell you? And I told her, she was like, well, she lied just to get through to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You need that abundance mentality. Share the grift, MG. Stop being so selfish and business savvy. Oh my God. Yeah, they want me to read some of that stuff.
Oh my God. So I found the new unread. So.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. It is going to be a good part of your show, man.
I mean, it's pretty safe. There was only one R word in there. Maybe a couple of those, but like harp, but no
Ah,
hard R's.
no hard R's.
No.
No hard R's or soft A's.
Nope. Hey, it's
No.
Nick Star. What's up?
It's a Viking. Hey, Nick, what is going on? I know those two guys on screen. Yeah, you do, brother. Yeah, you do. But this is the time of the day that we come up with a song. You know that, right? And you saw the one I did for Mo, right? The latest one. Oh my gosh.
No.
The latest one for Mo turned out really, really damn good. I'm impressed with it. Let me get it up here real quick. So the latest one that I did for Mo, and oh damn it, I hate when it does this. Continue to soon. There we go. It's asking me to log in. I hate when it does that crap. Where it's like, yeah, let's make you go. So this is a 4-minute song, but I'm only going to play part one of it because part one is all that really matters. Part one was the one, the only. Well, I'll play just the portion of it here for you guys. Here we go. This is the one.
In the midnight hour, shadows loom. Dingus murder, Newton spells out his doom. With fur like velvet, knives like coal, he prowls the digital abyss, seeking control. He's not your average Tom, he's got a twisted scheme, turning live streams into a lurid dream. With a flick of his tail and a wicked grin, Dingus murder,
I like that.
mittens, he's ready to begin. Dingus murder, mittens, he's ready to begin.
So yeah, Dingus Murder Mittens. That's what she's named her cat. So, and we need one for Captain Curd because he needs his spirits lifted. I agree. Well, how about an upbeat swing song for Captain. I want to make sure I spell it right. Okay. And damn it, I spelled it wrong. Captain Kern. Kearn. Captain Kern. What do you got? Song about a Viking raid where they grape the horses right off the women in Jamaican surf. Rock metal. Yeah, we'll make that happen. It's an upbeat swing song for Captain Kern, who, let's see, who has just had his house severely damaged by hail and storms. Let's spell right. Storms. Let's see. Let's see. A swing song for Captain Kern. Swing song to cheer up. There we go.
Just had a state trooper go fly by me at like 90 miles an hour.
Oh, jeez.
One of those big old SUVs. I was like just lights aren't on. He's just driving fast.
He's driving fast. All right. You'll get yours next. We will get this one for you. Well, let's see how it comes off because they're calling it Sunshine Swing. It's a jazzy swing song, so let's see what it is.
Rain came pouring down, and it is home so hard. Captain Kern stood tall, but his house was torn apart. Dark clouds clouds with thunder roar, but he won't let it bring him down. With a smile on his face, he'll chase away that stormy frown. Hailstones fell like bullets breaking through the fragile roof, but Captain Current's spirit, it stays resilient and smooth. He won't let the damage defeat him. He's got strength deep within. With determination and hope, he's gonna build it all again. Sunshine swing, gonna brighten up his day. Gonna mend that broken home, make the storm clouds fade away. With that swing in his step, he'll dance through all the pain. Captain Current's gonna find the sunshine after the rain.
Okay, that's a good one. Let's see what the next one
Rain
is.
pouring down, hit his home so hard. Captain Kern stood tall, but his house was torn apart. Dark clouds with thunder roared, but he won't let it bring him down. With a smile on his face,
I like the second one better. What do you guys think? Number 2?
Stormy frown. Hailstones fell like bullets,
Number 2?
breaking through the fragile roof. But Captain Kern's spirit
They're both pretty good.
stays resilient and smooth. He won't let the damage defeat him. He's got strength deep within. With determination,
Captain Kern likes number 2.
He's gonna build it all again. Sunshine swing, gonna brighten up his day. We're gonna mend that broken home, make the storm clouds fade away. With that swing in his step, he'll dance through all the pain. Captain Kern's gonna find the sunshine after the rain.
Sax solo. All right.
Yeah.
Sunshine swing, gonna brighten up his day. Gonna mend that broken home, make the storm clouds fade away. With that swing in his step, he'll dance through all the pain. Captain Kern's gonna find the sunshine after the rain. Captain Kern's gonna find the sunshine after the rain.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Just went to love the sax. Awesome. You love sax. I know the ladies love the sax. So we've got that one right there, and we're gonna keep that one because that is what Captain Kearns likes. That one we're gonna download the video to that one. We're gonna save that in our uploads for today. That one's going to go in there, and I've got another one that I'm going to be doing. Give me just a second. Where I always forget where I put these things. Videos right here, there, and save it there. All right, so now we've got another one by Zach that is okay. We are looking for a song about a Viking raid where they okay, let's see. We're going for a Jamaican surf rock metal. Jamaican surf rock metal song. And of course I can't spell worth a damn. Jamaican surf rock metal about a metal song about a Viking raid. Let's see, because there's certain words you can't use. Raid about violating horses. That would be violating horses and stealing. Women. Women. All right. Jamaican surf rock metal song about a Viking raid. About a Viking raid.
So you can't use the word. You can't use grape in the AI stuff.
You can use grape, but we're not gonna use grape. That's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna say a Viking raid where
Art. You could do arping.
they what was it? What did you say?
I said arp.
Arping?
Yeah.
Arping horses?
Arping the horses. That's like on Blazing Saddles or something. Children murdered in cattle.
They arp the horses and steal the women. There we go. Steal the women's. There we go. Let's see. Jamaican surf rock metal metal song about a Viking raid where they arp the horses and steal the women. Let's see what happens. I love it. Okay, Volstorm. Can you use riding off? But tenderly violating them, of course. Or milking the horses. It's hard for you to swallow your pride and ask for help, so no, it's okay. People, if you can help out Captain Kearns in any way, you know, that's he does have a give, send, go, and he has it in his community cab. It is not to grift. It is if you feel like helping the man out. And it says arp the horses.
Can we sail on the waves, a Viking crew? With fire in our hearts and a note to pursue. On our longboats we ride, with the wind in our sails, seeking plunder and glory across the open trails. In a raid made of legends, we storm the shore. Our pair of horses riding hard. What more can we ask for? Warriors of old, with our spirits untamed, with our axes and swords, we claim what is named. Our band of horses, ride and tie. Steal the women, let our courage guide. Our band of horses, hear the war cries. Viking raiders sailing under the skies.
All right, let's see what this one is. Oh, I like this one.
To pursue on our longboats we ride, with the wind in our sails, seeking plunder and glory across the open trails. In a raid made of legends, we storm the shore. Like the horses, my heart hard. What more can we ask for? Warriors of old, with the spirit unchained, with our axes and swords, we claim what is named. Up on the horses, ride the tide, steal the women, their ties guide. Horses, hear the war cries. Viking raiders sailing under the skies.
Arping the horses.
Arping the horses. Yeah, 2 is better. I agree. There we go. Yeah, that's a whole song. All right. We don't even have to extend that. Arping the Horses got a download, and these 2 will be uploaded onto the site today. Thank you, Zach, for your donation. Appreciate it. This is so much fun. I enjoy this, man. Look, we even have 12 people watching while we're talking about arping the horses. It's like, Lord, man. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. But of course, if I look at the stream itself, it only shows that there's 4 people watching. Like, oh, now there's 5. There's 5 people watching. Oh, I don't want to leave, but it's time to do my day later. Well, and I will be, oh, look at that. See, thank you. This Saturday, Valhalla MLS and Wendy H discuss Hollywood. Valhalla awaits? That is unnecessarily catchy. Yes, it is. You have to know what to put in there. That's the trick to doing these Suno things. Got to be very careful. Well, with that, you fine folks, I am going to be sending you over to CMO. Everybody have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the backside of...
Now I gotta call somebody to come get me because my car turned into a spaceship and I don't know how to fly it. I'm not an astronaut.